60 minutes. Oh, probably already been. Alright, so we'll call it. Should we get gameplay? Sorry guys, 1 second. Alright. Ooh, this is the Great Hall. Look at this. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
It's moving for sure.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Okay, so it's not Grandpa Snape.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
With your underage drinking buddies.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day.
Go on,
and
get
you have
drunk.
much
Go to town,
learn.
get drunk.
Happily, your professors have
you're only
agreed to
14.
create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
The castle. Okay.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now.
I trust her.
Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor.
He looks like
They've
a guy
a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
The wands.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself.
Sure it is.
Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you.
Nope.
And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Oh, whoa. I totally... I had a brain fart there. What supplies am I getting in Hogsmeade?
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
I knew I wasn't supposed to say anything.
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster.
Oh, by the way,
that would be better left between us.
Pretty sure.
Understood,
Yep, I'm
Professor.
Gryffindor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained.
The beginning of the game is
Happily,
like
you have the
very.
benefit of an exceptionally skilled
slow
team of
and
witches
boring,
and wizards
so.
to guide you.
I
Speaking
kind of
of
skipped all that for you guys.
And so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
All the little sounds it makes. Okay, the blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, the field guide map shows Professor Hackett's class in the lower section of the astronomy wing. I could get lost in this castle. I may need to use the charmed compass in the field guide to help me find my way. Okay.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend.
That's so weird.
I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket.
Ollivander.
For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Alright, so. Do I go through this? Okay. I don't understand why I'm not opening these doors. Why aren't the doors opening? I gotta walk away from them to open them. Confusing. What the heck is that? Guy thingies. Alright, our first class. It's exciting, guys.
Is that all you've got?
Jeez, we're like halfway through the year or something.
Professor Hackett!
Perhaps
Oh,
you'd be
everybody's
good
like-
enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time.
Almost
I
dying
get
in
new
every
students every year,
friggin'
but I
few
only
seconds.
have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the great poacher raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now,
don't
you may
think he
be
really cares.
asking
Get it off
yourself
his
how
head.
an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it.
Good for you, lady.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Knowledge.
To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation
It's
charm?
Leviosa.
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent.
I
Care
can't
to
believe they're calling it
defend yourself,
Leviosa.
Master
It's
Poet?
so
No?
Leviosa.
One thing I've learned as an unspeakable
Jesus.
is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle.
Stop it,
Now,
Ron. Stop
let's
it.
practice what we've just learned.
Leviosa.
Starting with something small.
Oh, okay. Let's see what we're doing here. How do I do this? X. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, okay. Okay, so steady. Let me read the instructions. Steady your wand with L and guide it along the symbol's path to land the spell. Press the corresponding input when prompted. Maybe I just need to push it faster. Okay. Levioso.
Levioso.
Oh, first try. Look at me. Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso.
Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso,
We're dueling on the first day? What the
and
heck?
Protego. You may begin.
Here you go. Smells like an Italian
This
cheese.
should be easy. Protego. Complicates things. Good form.
I know. Protego.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Very nice students for this adept.
Yeah, pretty good. Look at that. I'm dancing.
I do like
Oh, he fell off the duel table. Look at
Use
that.
the basic cast when your opponent's
ridiculous.
guard is down.
Yeah. Already mastered this game.
Not bad for
Easy.
a beginner. You
Sebastian
give as good as you
Swallow.
get.
Oh, see my hair right there? Hair's all
I
janked
put you
up.
on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Oh,
Thank you,
dude,
Professor
I got points.
Hackett.
Look
Glad
at
to
that.
have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is
How
any
many points do I
indication,
get, dude?
we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely,
Over
goblins,
the mermaid over to the right
is
there.
a different kettle of
what they call
Grindylows
those.
entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So,
Merklings?
I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you.
Mr. Swallow.
Well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right.
Alright, well, I
That's
think
enough
we're gonna leave it
spectacle
right
for
there.
one day.
Just,
Class is dismissed.
Start off with a little video today. Might go a little bit longer next time. But yeah, I think first lesson of the Defense of the Dark Arts. Leave us at a good spot, and we'll start off with Mr. Sallow or Swallow here next time. Alright, guys, have a good one.